If I remember correctly, Sun Tzu said this in his famous treatise, The Art of War. If you don't want to be scrutinized by the contrarians in gacha games, play the waifu card. Waifu is the ultimate shield to defend your opinion, since it's very personal. When someone says they want to pull a character due to waifu or husbando reasons, there is no room for debate. The same goes for Jingliu. She's a top-tier waifu material, however, when it comes to gameplay, she leaves much room to discuss. There is potential for energy issues, or the team's survivability might be heavily impacted by her mechanics. Although I have a crazy idea to quote-unquote solve those issues. Looking at my experience of using physical MC as a tanker with the help of Lynx, the same trick might work for Jingliu. By keeping the aggro, Jingliu will get more meter and at the same time protects her teammates. And then, Lynx acts as an emergency healer. This is such a unique interaction we don't have yet. An actual strong damage dealer who can also tank. But let's discuss those details later, near the release day as usual. Talking about the unofficial numbers right now is risky. In this video, I want to talk about more fundamental stuff. Honkai Star Rail came out 5 months ago. It seems like just a moment, but in terms of content, we've progressed a lot. Especially when it comes to balancing. We've reached a point where the new offensive characters released are way stronger than the DPS required. We even start to ignore the elemental weakness now, because the DPS is just that strong. This trend will affect all future DPS as power level is not attractive anymore as a selling point. Only whales care about a few-digit difference at the cost of 90 pulls worth of stellar jades, while the normies will look for other reasons to justify their spending. Jingliu is strong, very strong. But she's not the only strong character. For the older players, there was Blade, Kafka, and Imbibidor Lunai, who are ridiculously strong as well. If their account has at least one of these guys, Jingliu will only add a little value. Topaz, who has supporting ability on top of her main role as a damage dealer, might be more attractive to them. On the other hand, for the new players, especially PS5 users who will start their account in version 1.4, Jingliu is not the only DPS available. Aside from Topaz, Sealy Banner is coming back with crazy good 4-star value. Physical DPS is an issue for new accounts since they only have MC for it. The thing is, MC is better as preservation, so they'll need other characters to counter physical weak enemies. Sealy Banner has Su Sheng and Luca to solve their physical coverage issue, and Ginefin is also here for fire element coverage. Sealy herself, although is no longer the strongest character in the game, is still very strong relative to the content we have at the moment. Therefore, as a whole, this banner is very good for new players. When the waifu card is thrown out of the window, Jingliu is not so valuable anymore. That's the reality of it. If Hoyoverse doesn't do anything to rebalance the content, we'll repeat this conversation in the next 6 weeks, or whenever a new DPS is introduced. To me personally, DPS right now is the second most redundant role after Sustain if they don't offer a multi-layered playstyle that's unique to them. I don't want to change your mind and skip Jingliu after watching this video. I want you to decide based on the right reason. That's why I make 2 videos covering both sides. If you are currently one of those people who are in doubt, I want you to open your account and then go to your character list. Look at your main roster. If you still have characters that are still using shit gear or low-level traces, I suggest you focus on them first and forget about getting Jingliu. Jingliu will come back one day. If you get her now, that's one more character using shit gear in your account. I believe collecting a bunch of characters with shit gear is not your dream goal in Honkai Star Rail. We all want our characters to perform at maximum potential, but if you keep adding new characters to your account at a rapid pace and not giving it a chance to breathe, you won't be able to achieve it. Besides, if you still like Jingliu when she comes back, that means your interest is a real one. That's a valid reason to bring her home.